Okay, I have a little disclaimer. I did not hit the pause button the last time. I hit stop instead because it was a much bigger button and right in the middle, and I just hit it whenever I was trying to figure this out. So I apologize for that last video being short. I will do a little bit of reading up and then we'll be ready to go with the next video. And I'm going to pause this now. Hello again, everyone. Okay, I found these two boards. These came off of a rack that I had upstairs in what used to be our computer room. It is now our daughter's room. Back in the late 90s, I was going to school for IT, and I got all kinds of computers to network together. As I was learning the stuff in school, I was able to work on it on home so that I understood everything. Well, the bench was moved downstairs. I had a few computers on it. It came more for storage than anything else. And when I decided to start remodeling, I realized this bench really didn't fit with any of the plans of the remodeling. It was big, bulky, took up a lot of room, and wasn't needed. So I took everything apart, but I kept the wood. I like to reuse and repurpose as much as I can. Excuse me. So I will use these two boards as my upright, the 4-inch back section and the 7-inch front section. I can get all of those each side out of one board each. So all I need is to use these two. And let me put the other boards away, and we'll start measuring and cutting. I really hope, I don't like clutter, believe it or not, I really don't. And I hope that as I use this wood and make storage spaces, that as I use this stuff up, I don't bring anything else in. And one of the things I'd like to do is also make my wood shop a little bit more usable. When I was younger, I had a lot of room in here. I didn't have as many tools, and I built a lot of things. But as I got older, I got a bandsaw, I got a scroll saw, I got a present was the Delta compound miter saw, I got a joiner, and my wife bought me a dust collector system. With all that in here, it started to get small, and this is only, I think it's a 17 or 19 by 9. There's not a lot of room in here. I've been looking at all kind of videos on small shops, and this is about the size of a shed, which even the shed shops, the video I watched today was a 14 by 12, and it looked beautiful. It really did look beautiful. Even though it was a little bit shorter, the width, you could move a sheet of plywood in there. It's very difficult for me to do anything with plywood in here. I pretty much have to cut it outside, which I don't like the cold weather, so I'm usually doing my plywood cutting in the summer and not very much in the winter. So any projects that use plywood, if it's in the winter, I don't do it. Okay, so enough of the rambling there. Let me get to measuring. I'm going to measure a little bit longer so that I can true up both sides. The sides should be okay because I cut them once, but just in case, I'll do it again. So the tall sections are 26 inches, and I'm going to cut it to 27, and then on the back side I'll cut it down to 26. Let's see what we have here. Unfortunately, 26 is right here, so these holes are going to be visible. I'll put the wider sides on the inside, and I'll leave these on the outside. I shouldn't have to use any kind of braces in between them because of the plywood I'm putting on. That'll also help to keep it going from side to side, because the plywood's going to be 9 inches that deep, and with this not being too big in itself, that should keep it from swaying back and forth. Okay, so let's measure this one to 27. It's going to be really fun trying to see these marks because of the blue paint. Okay, this one has some cuts out of it. All the wood should basically be covered, but I could put this down at the bottom. The plywood on the sides, as I have this up, the plywood is going to come up like this, so you won't see the ones on the bottom, but you will see these ones. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, so I'll use this side. Okay, there's my 27. Get a straight edge on it. And I just realized something else. I have this fence set up exactly for my shelving. Really don't want to move it. I would like to keep all the pieces exactly the same. So what I'll do is I'll use my little battery operated circular saw to cut these down just a little bit on this side. Then I can true it up on here and nothing will be sticking past the fence. So let me get my battery and my saw. Okay. You should be able to see this. I can't really clamp this down. I'd really like to clamp that side down, but I can't. If it kicked out, it's okay. It's only going to the camera. No, I'm just joking. It shouldn't kick out that far. And it wouldn't hit the camera. It'd just fall on the floor. Okay, so that should be the only cut I think I need. So we'll put this back up here. Put you in there and store it. Okay, so that should be enough for both a 7 and 4 inch. These will be my 26 inch. Let me see, do I want to cut this off first and then cut the rest off of here and have that as high as possible? Or leave it down a little bit? I think I'll leave them down a little bit, because if they're right up at top, not that I'm going to cut into this, but I'd rather not have it super, super close to the top. Okay, so I'll cut this side off first, and the same way with this one. And these cuts aren't too important, as I can do these ones each by themselves. pause it for a minute. I have to pause it for a minute. And we're back. What I did was I added the stop block here. That way I aligned this with the cut in my fence. Put the stop block here, push this up here, and as I cut, this one will come, and whenever I put the other one here, it'll be the same distance. Oh, I have 16 inches, so I can cut this straight, cut up to 7, and then have enough for the 4. Well, I'll cut this straight, cut the 4, and then I'll cut the 7. very close. So what this is really going to kind of look like from the side is sort of like this. And I'm going to angle these down. I'm going to come up 1 inch and then angle it up to here. I'll come up 1 inch and angle it up to there. And then I'm going to put plywood on this side and on this side. I'll glue it all together. And after it glues, I'll put some screws into it. And then as I get these cut and the side pieces cut, as those are drying, then I'll cut out the piece that's going to go this way, the plywood. Okay, got these done. Let me put you on pause while I set up for the next part. Alright, as I went to pause it, I took a look at the time. I see that this is around 23 minutes. I want to keep these more around 15, so this will be a multi-parter. I'll cut these out in the next one and go on from there. And as my sign off, just remember, try to treat other people the way you want to be treated. Bye.